Welcome to the Semi-Toxic Podcast. There are worse things for you out there. My name's Marigold.
Okay.
And I'm Dead Slayer.
We wrote down random topics, and the host, that's me, will pick one using a random number generator. Today, we'll be talking about bioengineering organisms.
Is that what you meant by making a plant?
You don't have to expose me like that.
I'm gonna.
Exposed.
And please don't... God.
Speaking of exposure,
Speaking of exposure, don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below on the types of organisms you would make for yourself.
That might not be. So the best way to describe it. What kind of organisms would I make for myself?
Well, I mean, my first answer is I want to make a Pikachu.
There's a, like, I was really like amazed when I found out that Pikachu, like it's not based off of a mouse. It's based off of Pika.
Pika Pika.
Like
Yeah.
when I found that Pikas
I
were
want to
real.
make one that's actually large enough for me to hold and is also electric and will act as a taser if I need it to.
Pikas are like what, like a foot and a half tall?
Are they?
Yeah, they're pretty.
I thought they were tiny.
No, some of them are even bigger.
Oh.
There's one in China that literally looks like a Pokemon that has only been seen like twice.
Basically mice.
Yeah, but they're mice,
like
but they're huge.
Mouse and a rabbit.
Yeah, so they're big.
Well, I mean, Pikachu looks like a mouse and a rabbit.
Well, yeah, that's what they used to think, that rabbits were rodents because of that, because of how close they were related, how close they looked. But then now rabbits are in their own category.
Rabbits are so stuck up.
Oh no, it's in the.
You know what? I just want a giant rat, like maybe capybara size, that is electric, that I could carry around with me and have it come onto the bus with me or something, and it would be adorable.
Strap a taser to the side of a capybara.
That could hurt the capybara.
Well, strap his taser on the side of the Pika.
Don't have the prongs attached to the capybara. Have just the side of it. You don't have to have the taser actually in the capybara.
Yeah, you're right. Like a police taser, not like a. Yeah. You're talking about a police taser, not like a commercial taser. Yeah.
Oh, you mean which one are you talking about?
Well, the commercial ones.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Dead Slayer's talking about.
The commercial ones are like you can't buy the ones that shoot as a civilian, right?
That's so the ones that shoot the wires, those are tasers.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the ones that you poke into people, those are stun guns.
Oh, okay. There's a difference.
I want a small capybara with a stun gun, I guess, but I don't want the stun gun to hurt the capybara.
No, so I bought a stun gun before, and it was mostly just the stick of the stun gun with maybe a quarter of an inch prong at the tip. So it's really difficult to accidentally tase yourself unless you're being incredibly fucking stupid.
Yeah, I figured we could have. I probably should have said this when we were doing Animal Companions, but man, you could put a harness on the back with a big last stick. At the end is the prong, and then just teach it to go.
Back to Army Animal Companions. Maybe. Okay, I'm just going with. I want to combine the pouches that electric eels use with a large rodent. And that's what I want, because we could do stuff like make rabbits glow in the dark, or make spiders make sheep produce spider milk and stuff like that. Why can't I have an electric mouse?
Spider milk? What the fuck?
See, I feel like this is just a continuation. I'm seeing a pattern here. It's just like when she's like, I want a dragon that'll burn people when I tell it to. I think she just wants to harm people.
I want self-defense. I want a pet that can defend me.
Yeah, but your feelings, not your life. You've been talking about.
Going back to the plants.
Oh god, here we go.
That's.
Oh god, she's gonna be like, I want a fly trap that goes, feed me, and then has a whole song about eating people.
You're the one who was making Little Shop of Horrors references just a bit ago. That's your thing.
Audrey 3.
But no, I'm thinking a really fast-growing flower patch thing that's nitrogen fixing, but also spreads all over the place. But you can eat the flowers.
That's kudzu, right? Isn't that what kudzu is?
Okay, I should clarify something that is not highly invasive.
Okay.
Also, can you eat kudzu?
I think so.
Also, they aren't flowers, just a bunch of leaves.
They have flowers, don't they? Flower too? Am I wrong?
Let me look it up.
Oh, you're right.
surprising amount of
They're
research
just
in
a
this
bunch of
episode.
leaves.
Yeah, and I'm not sure you could eat them either. No, I'm talking about like really colorful rainbow. Well, not a whole rainbow, but like uh, a bunch of different colored flowers all in like one thing, and they spread around like a ground cover that you can use in between crops.
Oh, they are flower. They are flowering, and it's a root vegetable. That's interesting.
Are we talking about the same thing? Because I thought you were talking about the thing that's like eating the South
It
currently.
is, yeah. That's what kudzu is. But apparently, the leaves are like what's. It's just like you seen? Oh, you guys have you ever grown potatoes?
We've tried. We haven't been very
Oh,
successful.
well, bro, I used to grow potatoes, dude. Like the plants they grow are huge, but you don't eat any of it. You just cut it all off.
Well, I want to
Yeah,
eat the
but
flowers,
that's what I'm saying. I think the
not the
kudzu, yeah,
roots.
kudzu are the same. They just like you ground the root into a powder. Oh, and they use it for breading and sauce thickener.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
that's
Yeah.
one way to get rid of it.
And the
But
leaves,
no, I'm talking about
the
something
vines,
not
and the
invasive
trips.
that you can use as a ground cover with really colorful,
Oh,
really pretty
I
flowers, but you
mean,
can eat the
if
flowers, and it's
something's
like nitrogen
if
fixing.
something's fast growing, I feel like that like it's born to
Not
be
fast growing
invasive.
necessarily, just it spreads. Like, you know how people use rye as like a ground cover in between crop rotations?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Isn't like
Except
wild?
maybe a little lower to the ground.
Isn't like wild ones though? Aren't those really like invasive?
I don't know. Let me look it up.
I feel like that like wild oats and stuff and grains are really invasive. Like did you know this? But like you live in California. None of those grasses are natural.
I know none of the grasses we
Yeah,
have in
like they're
California.
just
None of them are
covered. Yeah,
natural. They're all
like
from Europe and stuff.
yeah.
But what I just did with 3 seconds of googling is the good news is the perennial ryegrass is not really an invasive weed. Certainly not in a lawn environment. It's not one of those plants that goes to seed in a lawn, according to Peter Landshut, PhD, professor of turfgrass science at the Pennsylvania State University.
Oh, it's because we made it that way, right?
Uh, I want
Hmm.
a tree that can like is structurally sound even without wind to push it when it grows.
Oh.
So you want a tree you can grow underground.
Actually, a tree that you can grow in like space, because like I remember reading a
Oh.
article about like people creating like the enclosed biodome sort
Yeah,
of
yeah,
idea.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the a problem was the trees were incredibly dangerous because they kept like falling over and like
Oh,
breaking
yeah.
because without wind to push it and to like test its strength, it wouldn't build strength,
Ah, that makes
and so they
sense.
kept
Oh.
falling over and breaking.
Okay, that something like that could probably evolve if there were like other planets with life, but like a extremely low gravity
I
or something
actually
like
I
It's
that.
not
wonder
really a
about that
gravity thing;
too.
it's
Like,
more
It's
of
not a
a wind
gravity
thing.
thing, but like the point is like resistance, right?
well, yeah.
It builds up strength from the resistance. If it's in an environment without a lot of resistance though. Or maybe that provides a solution for your tree. Maybe you just need a tree whose root system goes super 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 wide.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that would also wouldn't that also be an issue with planting multiple in like the same area? Wouldn't they like kind of
They
No.
would definitely compete.
Well,
yeah?
if you planted one, because like a lot of those ones that do have a wide system, I think redwoods do them true.
They can,
They clone.
yeah, redwoods connect together.
Yeah, they clone. They clone.
They work together.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, but I was
But
thinking more
it
like
does still somewhat limit how many trees you can have in one area though.
I'm thinking more like the single organism forests. You know what I mean? Like the forests that are
Yeah, the
only
ones.
one tree.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
those
like
of you who are
the
fantasy fans, think of
swamp
the
in
swamp from
Avatar: The
Avatar.
Last Air. Yep.
Yeah, see, I knew you were going there. Those do. Well, maybe not the swamp itself, but like redwoods are like that. A lot of redwoods, if you cut them down, what will happen is like five more will sprout up around it, and those are just the same tree growing up from its roots.
Yeah. And like there's
Coming
whole
up from the
forests.
underground.
There's a whole forest in I think it's in the east coast of the United States where it's like the whole forest is just one tree. Like they check the DNA and
Yeah,
every
trees
single
are
tree
wild, man.
is one tree. So it has no competitors. It's just the one tree.
It
It's
is its
just
own
like
competitor.
exactly.
Yeah, you got to compete against yourself. Keep yourself humble.
I mean, that would be a great way to do it because then like one that would keep it pretty steady if they're all connected, right? Because then nothing's falling
Steady as
down.
she goes.
I feel like things could still fall down, but like it's not going to. It would definitely be harder.
Yeah, It'd be hard to kill the thing. I'm
mean-
sure the roots could, each of the clones could fall down, but then the main organism could still stay up. I think mushrooms are like that too, right? Like mushrooms are all connected
Oh yeah,
through
mycelium spreads everywhere.
Yeah.
Mycelium actually helps trees that aren't like redwoods and like other cooperative trees cooperate with
Yeah.
each other. Like it's a lot of agricultural farmers are experimenting with dipping rootstock in like mycelium specifically so that their trees can like help and communicate with each other. I don't think this is exactly new science or stuff, but it's stuff that not a lot of research has been done on yet.
I like how this became like a real tree science episode, like a real biological episode. Like we're just talking about real biology.
See, I told you wouldn't be able to guess the episode from what I put down.
I thought you meant
I
like
mean, build a plant. It is literally build a.
like that's what I thought
Well,
too.
You said organism, so you kind of like expanded the field a bit, but
Well, yeah, because my ideas aren't to just what's written down. They're just to help me remind me what the actual idea is.
You know, I'd want to make talking dogs, but at the same time, it just reminds me of a boy and his dog. Or the dog.
Yeah. I feel like if dogs were as intelligent as parrots, but still dogs, they would not go over well.
Yeah, it's where the dog's like, we are running low on food, and that woman looks very tasty. And you're like, no, stop. No, don't.
Feed me or I'm going to destroy your living room.
I got it. Grapes that are built to accept various yeasts to make wine in the grapes while they're on the vine.
Ooh,
Ah.
auto brewery grapes, or I guess in that I guess this would be like auto distillery grapes. Wow.
I looked at my statue of Dionysus and it just popped into my head. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty
Can we
cool.
also alter them so that they could be made into ice cream easier without making it taste bad?
Wine ice cream, yeah.
Wine ice
I meant
cream.
grape ice cream, but sure.
What about grape ice cream? Why don't you just have gelato at that point? Or not gelato. Sorbet.
So real grape
Sorbet.
flavoring doesn't work well when you try to make it into ice cream. It
No,
doesn't taste good.
no,
So you have to
sorbet.
use like artificial grape.
No, sorbet. I've had grape sorbet. It's great.
Was it like real grape or artificial grape?
Do you know what sorbet is?
Frozen mashed up fruit, right?
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
But was it artificial mashed up grapes? Or
No,
was
it was home. It was literally they mashed up grapes.
Yeah, I was mocking Marigold.
I do admit that like some of them like it was red grape and that was pretty good, but I wouldn't imagine green grape, unless you like really green grape has pretty tough fruit. So
I like green grape. I prefer green grape.
I like eating green grapes. But smashing them up
yeah, it'd probably be a similar thing with apples. Like you make applesauce out of red apples, not because you can't out of green, just because like personally I don't like the green applesauce.
I did have a drink here that was made out of. I thought it was aloe at first, but no, it was chopped grape. It was pretty good.
I didn't think that.
Okay, I misremembered why grape ice cream is not rare actually. So that's my bad.
I think it doesn't have a strong taste. Once you chop it up, once you grind it up.
According to a blog I found,
water.
Maybe
grapes have high water content.
It just turns ice rather than cream.
So sorbet is the best way to do it.
Yeah, that's what I think sorbet is. Yeah, exactly. That's a cool idea, though.
What about
maybe?
So we're.
But maybe I want it to be creamy. Yeah, you could go out of reality. I mean, you wanted to make a wine on the vine.
Wine on the vine.
That like two kinds of berries naturally because we're going out of reality and it doesn't matter. I can make them look however the hell I want. Like a red berry and a blueberry that like grow on the same bush to make it easy to identify. That like eating the blue ones will lower your body temperature by a little bit, so it's fantastic for like if you have a fever. And then like the red ones raise your body temperature, so like if you're like in a really cold environment or like if you have the opposite fever of where your temperature's too low.
Okay, so like that can mess with your metabolism. So you said you wanted them on the same plant?
Yeah.
All right, so maybe the blue ones grow when the plant's in the shade, and the red ones grow on the sunny parts of the plant.
That'd be kind of.
So cool. You'll more likely find the blue ones like towards the middle of the plant or in like shady areas, but like in sunny areas you'll see the red.
Yeah, the red on the outside.
I don't know
That'd be
why.
pretty cool.
I don't know where like I got this from. I know that I know this isn't originally my idea. I got it from somewhere, but like I'd want to like, and since we're talking on the nature of fruit, I would want to make fruits that like are basically just you know those balls that are in boba, not tapioca, but like the
Yeah,
ones
I
that
don't
I
pop,
only
like
know
them.
of.
the ones that not tapioca,
Oh,
not
the ones that
tapioca.
pop.
Yeah, the ones
Okay.
that
Yeah,
pop.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but they're too much like tap. I don't want balls in my things when I drink them.
Not
Who doesn't
not
want
not
balls
the
in your mouth?
tapioca ones. I'm talking about like the ones that are just like that have like strawberry
Yeah,
flavor
there's
inside.
ones that just it's
But I
not the
don't
tap.
like them. It's
Okay.
not
Yeah.
the it's not the fact they're tapioca balls. It's the fact that they're
Well, the great
balls.
thing is I'm not just making this for you. So, for people who
Yeah,
do
yeah.
like them,
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah.
Like I know boba flavor is very. No, I'm saying I know what you're talking about.
Well, good news. Get fucked, bitch.
Yeah.
Here's my idea.
Yeah. So here's
Yeah,
my
no, that's fair. I'll see myself out.
here's my idea that doesn't involve Mari. So just, it's like fruits that grow like that, where it's just one big ball, and it may look weird, but like it would be a good way. You know, it's just a in itself is just like something. I would say it like it has the consistency of like a grape, but the flavor can be like modified, and that way you have just like a standard thing that you could use to like give to people to eat, and it wouldn't be too hard, and you wouldn't have to worry about the shape or anything like that.
So kind of like a cherry or grape, but on a bush.
Yeah, but like a big sphere of it, and you just pop off the sphere, and you can just easy to store. You can bite it and eat parts of it and stuff like that, and it's just something simple.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, flavor wise, like strong or mild.
I would say it depends on the kind, like the whatever you I don't want to say program it to do, but the way just the idea is just it to work for what you need it for.
All right,
Yeah,
all
strong
right.
when you need it.
No,
Strong.
these
Yeah,
are for revolutionizing agriculture.
yeah, exactly. That's the kind of thing I'd like. I like the I like the kind of things that help like that kind of stuff. Like like vines that you could buy that vines you make that like can become rope, like real rope.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I
We
have
need
an
to start
idea
a
that's
hemp
less
farm.
useful.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bioluminescent berries.
Oh,
So you
that'd
can
be
make
cool.
Yes,
glow in the dark ice
That's
absolutely.
cream, and
very
like
Look,
you can have like glowing teeth and mouth when you eat it.
hey, glowing teeth and mouth. Yeah. And it doesn't irradiate you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Only a small bit of uranium. I'm kidding.
just a teensy bit of uranium
As a treat
for taste.
for taste.
so bioluminescence is caused by like a chemical process, right? Like the
Yeah,
animals or whatever combine certain chemicals to do that.
yeah.
Nine times
How
out of
would
10.
how would a berry do that? Do you think?
I
Through
mean,
the power of imagination, asshole.
No, like no, like if we had like genetic engineering, if in 10 years from now, people are going to be quoting our podcast, and we need to give them the blueprint to make this glow in the dark ice cream.
we take it from those weird bioluminescent squids.
Yes, that's still a chemical process. So like, how does the berry combine the chemicals?
Why wouldn't the berry be able to combine the chemicals?
Because then it only lasts for a short amount of time. Like, does the plant? I'm thinking like,
I
are there
didn't.
certain conditions that the plant would release the chemicals in the berries for?
I
All
mean,
I'm
Or like,
saying
does
for
yes.
it like
non-toxic
combine, or
chemicals.
are the chemicals in the what?
All I'm saying is, as far as non-toxic chemicals, if we're going to try to anchor this as close to reality as possible, the only ones that are non-toxic are like the ones where they don't actually glow. It's just if you shine UV light at them,
Oh yeah.
then they'll glow.
Oh, in that case, forget science. We're just having glowing berries.
Well, yeah. That's just you just need something that it's a color that absorbs light well. Like I remember, like we used to buy glow in the dark tape that would excite with black light, and it was very expensive compared to regular tape.
I'm sure it would be.
Yeah, but it didn't look any different than regular gaffer's tape.
All
It just
right, my next plant is a plant that makes tape that glows under black light, and it's free.
You know, that would be kind of cool though if it like had decently strength leaves that are like kind of flat and have like a resin at the base. Honestly, having like leaves that are like decent strength with a resin at like the base, just like natural tape, That would be really cool, honestly.
Can we have the tape plant with the sticky leaves? Can that be carnivorous?
I'm
You just want more
imagining it
attack
being
plants.
carnivorous because that's the only like
No, I just like
that would be the
because I
only
feel like it being sticky like would be mostly just used for like getting insects, right? And the only reason a plant would do that is if it wanted to eat them, right?
yeah, that's the only like realistic way I can
Right.
imagine it like evolving to have that.
I thought we were talking about building one, not like
Yeah, with
naturally
the
I
evolving
want the
limited
one.
plants to do
imagination, it
well.
can just be itself. But
I want the plants to do well.
Don't they plants to compete?
if you want the plants to do well, it just grows on sunlight and
Yeah.
soil and
It,
water.
if plants are highly
And
competitive,
water.
doesn't that make them invasive? Just as is?
I thought plants are just mostly competitive in general.
Yeah, they are.
They are competitive in general.
Yeah.
What makes something invasive is if it doesn't have any like predators or diseases or anything to keep it in check.
Mm.
Ooh. What about a specific kind of mycelium that just sticks to the soil? It doesn't actually like grow like mushrooms in its own thing. It's just like it just spreads in the
Ah.
soil and
I
it
think
acts
that
as
might
kind of like
exist.
Oh, really?
one moment please.
That's kind of
Sorry.
cool.
It acts as kind of like a motherboard so where like all the plants that grow in the soil instead of competing just the soil gathers the nutrients and the water and whatnot and distributes what is needed to the plants so that they don't like compete to get more than they need and everyone can get at least what they need.
Mm.
So mycelium does that already, depending on the species of mushroom. The motherboard thing you discovered, that's why like farmers are dipping their rootstocks in mycelium. It's really cool actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I-
I'm not sure if any of the mycelium that does that is non-flowering though.
Yeah, because like the thing is, like if it also flowers, that means it's also going to need to compete a bit for those resources like more than necessary just to make those flowers.
You need one to
Like
start
it'll need
mycelium, don't
to.
you? Like to start one, you need one, don't you?
I mean, you'll definitely need like some of the organism
Yeah.
to self-replicate, but I mean,
And it's
like
kind of hard
to
to
spread within the
spread if
soil.
you don't have a flower.
Yeah, it has
Because
to
it's
take
hard to
it.
spread by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking more like root-based underground rather than like above ground.
Oh, okay.
That way, it can also reach the deep-rooted plants.
Hmm.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
All right.
Like a
That way,
stronger
like if you have
mycelium.
yeah, and if you have like a garden or whatnot, you don't need to worry about like making sure all plants get like the water that they need. You just fucking water it and it gets sorted out.
It's like, no problem, buddy. I'll take care of that. Yeah, oh, thanks,
Pretty
mycelium.
fucking much, yeah.
Like it nods its
Okay,
cap
so
to
you
you.
want to supercharge. You want to supercharge mycelium because like mycelium
Exactly.
already does do that to an extent, but not to the extent that you. So yeah, that would actually be that would be
Mycelium on
revolutionary.
steroids.
Anyone else think like what we're saying is like literally the beginning of monster movies? Like, what if we make a super
Oh yeah,
porn?
absolutely. This
Yeah.
10 years in the future, people are listening to this, cursing our names
Like,
as they're living through an apocalypse.
they're the reason we've been subjected to mushroom
They're-
slavery.
They're like, clearly these people haven't played The Last of Us.
The cordyceps.
Clearly, these people haven't watched The Last of Us.
I actually have played it. I just haven't played it in forever because
I played the first one too.
It's kind of fun, but I got kind of bored of it a little bit.
It was
Okay, final answer. Oh,
Final answer, what?
final answer: flying chimps.
Flying pigs.
I don't know about flying chimps because I feel like it's just like more.
But how else are we going to make live action Wizard of Oz?
I was just thinking like it's like realistically it'd be a more efficient poo slinger.
More efficient what?
Poo
Poop
slinger.
Oh yeah.
Like you,
Well, I never
they don't
said
have to.
it. I
they
never
don't-
said the things we had to make had to be good.
Ooh, better idea. Chimps that just crap so hard it projectiles them in the air and that's how they fly around.
You just hear-
Jetpack chimpanzees, the next cocaine bear.
Okay, so yeah. Speaking of that, what about polar bears that have like that have grappling hooks?
Sick. Gnarly.
You
I
see,
love it.
That sounds
Baller.
like Golden Compass kind of shit right
yeah,
there, man.
no, right.
It is Golden Compass shit.
I forgot about that. That a polar bear was the form.
Dude, I still remember the scene of the armored bears fighting each other.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the jaw got knocked off.
Yeah, that was so badass.
Probably like think about it, like you're just roaming around the North Pole. If it didn't actually
As
melt,
one does.
if it didn't melt, but if it's not gone,
Swimming around the North Pole.
and you just hear
10 years from now, no one will know what you're talking about.
like, what's the fuck's the North Pole?
What the fuck is snow? We haven't seen that since before times.
Since before the fires.
California spread throughout
Since
the
before
world.
the mycelium spread.
Yeah, before the mycelium spread and all the glowberries came out of nowhere. Like, with sticky traps. I feel like they go like the sticky traps prey on our children every year, something like.
every year we lose a few more.
Your last words like.
Oh
I
my
just
god,
want
we
to be
invented the cow
competitive."
plant from The Sims.
Oh, dude,
That's what happened.
when I made this cow plant. I did not expect that. I thought it was gonna be like a fucking what's that plant called in mythology where it just like makes a lamb come out?
I do not know.
What?
Yeah, there's a myth where it's like where there's a tree but it looks like a lamb.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah,
Which part of the world?
the vegetable land of Tarte. It's a big tree and then it grows a sheep.
Alright, final answer, sheep trees.
Make it reality.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, the world gets overrun by sheep.
Final answer: a plant that grows pods, where inside the pods is basically cotton candy made from the sugar that the plant was making.
So you want to reinvent killer clowns from outer space.
Yeah, but without the clowns in outer space.
Without them turning people into cotton candy.
Yeah, it's just sugar in the plant. It's
See,
not meat
we just
candy.
talked about like an apocalypse scenario, so all I'm imagining is the pods being used to lure people in to dissolve them with the cotton candy.
Hey, you wanted them to be competitive.
You know what? Fair.
Doesn't get much more competitive than that.
That's right. You know what? Screw it. Since we're going that and a tree that eats children. I'm sorry, but like
You know what?
The taking
screw it.
tree.
the taking tree. The taking tree.
A seed where once planted, it just grows roots through the entirety of the earth, and then it just sucks up all the nutrients.
What if we took a monkey, made it
No.
stand upright
No.
bipedal, and we made it hairless?
And then give it
No.
depression. It's a human.
There we go. I think we should make humans.
I think we should make humans. Oh my god, that's some Satan shit.
What's the worst that could happen?
I don't know, maybe them making a shitty podcast and talking about making humans.
Nah, that would never happen.
You
would watch
really
that.
Exactly.
Can I make the killer bunny from Monty Python?
Absolutely.
All right, that's it. That's my final answer.
I'm
The
gonna
killer
go-
bunny
I mean,
from
there's
Monty
already
Python.
killer bunnies from Monty
I'm gonna
Python.
Google what's the most
Yeah.
dangerous bunny in the world.
I mean, rabbits are pretty dangerous already.
The one from Watership Down. What's his name? The weird the one-eyed one.
Dude, I'm not going to willingly watch
It was
Watership
like
Down.
General Wart something. I don't know.
Apparently, the Belgian hare.
Oh really?
Or at least is one of them.
Pastel rabbits. Pastel Angora rabbits specifically.
Oh, there's
Don't gore the rabbits.
Angora rabbit fur is like super insulating.
Wait.
So
The
it's
mo-
like really.
The most dangerous rabbit is a domesticated rabbit. That's
Not
that's
surprised.
that's worrisome.
Not surprised. We were kind of violent.
Like, oh, it's so cute.
Probably more incident reports of domesticated rabbits attacking people than wild rabbits attacking people.
Unfair mood.
Wild rabbits can hop away. Domesticated can't. But no, pastel Angora rabbits so that you could have multiple colors instead of just without having to dye it.
You just want Minecraft.
Can you dye rabbits in Minecraft?
No, but you can dye sheep.
Then, well, I'm not asking for
Unless you name
dyed
a sheep
wool. I'm asking
Jeb,
for dyed
then it
Angora fur.
becomes rainbow.
Do you have to kill the rabbit to get that fur?
No, 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 no.
No,
You
you
just brush
just
them.
build a brick wall, but each brick is actually a rabbit.
No, you brush the fur off the rabbits or pluck it, depending on the species.
Oh, it's just like those Yeah, I get you.
I like the idea of the horrifying bunny wall.
See, I'm ignoring your bunny wall. Final answer: miniature camels.
Miniature
I want a lapdog, but it's a camel.
Lap elephant.
You know, like, what would be in a miniature a lap elephant? That'd be pretty cute. What would be a miniature camel? Because camels are already like absolutely massive. Like,
They are massive,
like a
but I'm talking
dog
about like
size?
lap size.
A lap size. I feel like they'd be
Like
really
I
seven
mean,
lanky,
I suppose they
right?
could do
camel.
like dog size.
It'd be like a greyhound, right? Because they're really lanky.
Yeah, they are really lanky, and they can like wrap their like neck around and everything. Camels
Yeah.
are just weird, man.
I just like the video that I always remember is like that made me realize how big camels are. Because I met a camel when I was a kid, but I just thought they were big because I was a kid, you know. But then like when I finally saw a video of a camel, like these guys pissing off a camel and it like grabbed the dude's head in its mouth and picked him up. I was
Camels, you don't want them as
I was like,
camels.
holy shit! Like I must have been real. It's a good thing I didn't hurt. Like it's a good thing I was very kind to the camel that I met. It could-
Yeah, actually, in Qatar, you can like pet the Amir's camels in like the main souk.
Oh,
Yeah, they're really friendly. I guess because they're around people all the time.
yeah.
So like what? So like whenever I went to visit them, they just kind of like whap their necks into my chest and ask for scritches. It was adorable.
Yeah.
With your idea of miniature camels, I'm imagining the small island with the tiny monsters and fucking Spy Kids.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, where he had like that snake centaur spider thing, and it was like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
size
yeah,
of
yeah.
his thumb and would wrap around
The
his thumb.
the snake hydra thing, and then the spider centaur.
Yeah.
Okay, final answer: the Spy Kids 2 Island. That's what I want to make.
Yeah.
Was that the second one?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's the second
first
one.
one was the game, wasn't it?
No, that was the third one.
That was the third one? What was the first one?
They had to rescue their parents in the first one and become Spy Kids.
Oh, gotcha.
See, I'm a little cause like whenever I think of stuff, I just immediately think of something that'd be useful, but that's not very funny. You know,
Yeah,
No,
something
useful is
useful.
fun though. You
Useful
could
is
do useful. We
useless.
could talk about useful. Useful is interesting.
Okay, well, what about like a plant that like the fibers that it or like it creates a fiber that can be that's hard but like bendable, you know, almost like a mithril, but with plants.
Okay, so kind of like really large spider silk.
Yeah, but like
I'm
yeah.
imagining if it were like less like metal, like with mithril, more like plant leather.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I'm saying. Like something like plant leather. But I was thinking something also where like almost like if it's a tree, then like the inner fiber can be used for stuff like that. But then then like the bark can be used for like something harder.
Armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you can make you can make something fashionable out of the inner fiber.
Yeah.
And that could act as kind of like very light body armor, but then have like the bark act as more protection.
In a modern sense,
Later
I
on.
would think about it being like an inner mesh, you know, like you could put that you could sew into like a coat or something. Kind of like a
Yeah,
better
no, that would be
Kevlar,
good.
like a denser Kevlar.
Oh, you know how there's like underground rivers, and that's like how a lot of plants and forests get their like water sources, like the water that travels underground.
Yeah.
Uh, kind of like a tap tree that like grows along those sources and like has
Oh.
roots that can go down. Then it has like a branch that like reaches out, and then it's like you can snap off the end of that branch, and it'll like pour water, and also like have non-toxic, of course, sap that'll eventually like seal it back up to not waste too much water.
Now,
Okay.
do cacti? I can't remember if this is true. Can you tap cacti? And that's
Yes, but
It's
you have
not
to be
recommended.
cautious
Oh, you
because, like, if
do?
you get the
Okay.
wrong cactus, it
You
could
can
go
poison
poorly.
yourself. You
Oh
can
God.
Sokka
Poison
got
yourself,
belong into
turn
this
into
mistake.
Sokka.
Oh, but like the big ones,
It's quenchy.
like the big
It's
It's the
cacti,
glunchiest.
aren't like there's not many of the big species of the huge cacti, right? The what's it called? Oh fuck, Saburo? No, Saguro, Sawato.
According
Yeah.
to the internet, the fish hook barrel cactus is the only cactus that is safe to drink from.
Oh really? Not even the
So we
saguaro?
need to make drinkable cacti.
You can't. But I thought you can eat the saguaro fruit. No, am I wrong? I would think it'd be safe
You
then.
could definitely eat the fruit of some. You could definitely eat the fruit off some cacti, but that doesn't mean it's safe to drink from it.
Oh, it's true.
The fish hook barrel cactus is native to the American Southwest and goes by a variety of names. Quote unquote.
Including fish hook cactus, barrel cactus, and fish hook barrel cactus.
Now this is something.
That is not a quote.
No, this is again talking about utility. Like one thing I always had is like thought was like something that you could grow like a lichen or something that's well flavored and has plenty of vitamins that you can grow in like a ship environment or something to like have something
Ooh.
like almost like like an emergency ration. It also but it also
Yeah, like emergency food.
yeah, but also because it's like grown in the ship, it also like improves air quality and stuff.
Yeah, improves air quality, provides some much needed nutrients so no one gets
I
scurvy.
mean, would it not try to eat like because I know with like the issue with the growths on wooden ships was that it would also like make the planks building the ship weaker.
I mean, I was thinking about
So,
like modern ships, so there wouldn't be planks. But
well, I mean, I don't know. Can you grow lichen on metal walls?
no, I meant like
A,
I meant like
yes,
in the
and B,
hydroponics.
lichens don't eat wood.
Mm.
Yeah, I meant like hydroponics.
It's not that they
The
ate
lichen
the
bodies
wood;
are
it's that they were
attached to the
growing
outer
through
tree
it.
bark and remain on their surface. The rhizomes typically do not penetrate deep enough into the inner bark and cause no harm to the trees they inhabit.
I
So
know.
I'd
Yeah.
assume.
Well, lichen can grow on
Uh,
any surface, can't it? Because I have
yeah, it could grow on.
yeah
We have lichen growing on the dirt in our ground right now
yeah
since we've got so much rain.
the dirt on our ground.
I'm sorry. The dirt on our property. Like just on the footpaths everywhere.
I get you. Yeah, it grows on our cement at my house.
But yeah, so I feel like you could grow lichen on a wooden ship without too much issue.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I
Except it
think
would
too.
make things slippery.
I would think that like because it has to grow. I think it does grow by spores. I think that's the problem though, isn't it? So like
Yeah.
even if you
Well,
made
there's a
like
lot of
yeah.
wind out at sea, so
No, but I mean you wouldn't be I mean if you got it where it could be exposed to the wind, that'd be dangerous because then I think the salt would kill it.
oh, true.
Yeah.
Unless
Well,
you
I
made
feel
it immune to salt.
Ah.
yeah, make it immune to salt.
Oh, there you go. Don't then now at that point I just imagine it taking over the entire ship then. You know,
New D&D monster, the lichen ghost ship.
part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew. Don't give me ideas. I might start a campaign.
Oh
Part of
yeah,
the ship, part of the
part of
crew.
the ship, part of the crew.
New idea, topiary that actually topiary that likes to like envelop things. So like you know the trees that people shape.
Okay, Stephen
Except
King.
you could put shape in there and it'll just like take over the shape gradually.
That is kudzu. We're back to
No,
kudzu
it's
again.
a tree. It's a tree. It's a tree. It grows up, not sideways.
Well, I mean, up's relative. It could be sideways for all we know.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah, you can grow trees any direction. I forgot about the trees.
So you can technically grow trees in any direction,
Yeah.
but they will want to go up. They will want to go the opposite direction of gravity.
You know, it's actually kind of funny here in
So
Japan.
if you put a tree in a zero gravity situation,
Then they break.
So here in Japan, like there's this species of pine that grows all twisty, and like becomes all cool looking, but like they don't grow everywhere, and so places where they don't grow, they wanted the pines to do that, but they ended up like stunting the pines. So one, that's how they created bonsai, and two, now all the trees the tree grows downwards, and so now they because they can't like because they can't like because it's not like used to being bent that way. and so the tree grows down and just will lie in a clump, and so they have to like put stilts on the trees now to keep them like the older trees to keep them up.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's actually
Okay, that was
it's
pretty
really
funny.
weird. Like you just see like a tree and it has all these stilts under it, and it looks really weird.
Grow bamboo under it for natural support.
Have you seen bamboo grow?
Okay, final answer,
I have
Axfish.
not.
Okay, bamboo growing is not cool. It like they shoot up from like spears in the ground and in like many clumps. So it would probably destroy the tree.
You have failed me for the last time, tree.
What was your final answer?
Fish that actually fly.
But why? Wait.
Well, they need to migrate from pond to pond.
You didn't mention that they could
They
breathe
can
air.
out of
So
the water for 3
so
hours.
does that mean they like fly up and then just die?
No. They can be out of the water for about 3 hours
Oh wow.
before they like start to dry out, and they can hold their breath that long. And they migrate from pond to pond when the weather gets drier.
Dude, then you really skeet fishing? I shot myself a bass over there.
It was this big.
Oh my god, I could see all the. I guess it wouldn't be
Shot down
too
a flock of fish.
right. Flock of fish. Is it a flock or a school at that point?
It's a skunk.
Skunk.
Oh god.
A skunk. God, imagine.
It's a fluke.
Okay, now I can just like imagine like how
Fluke.
weird it would be catching like like a school of fish in like a butterfly net, and them just like flop because they won't flop, they'll just flap, and you're like, oh, they're fishies.
Oh, she's a big one.
I think the weirdest bit would be finding lungs inside your fish.
Yeah, that
said
would
they
be
hold their
weird.
Air
Like
lungs.
I said they hold their breath. They can hold their breath.
for 3 hours. That's dang.
And like the what
You
was
say
it?
that
The
as
mud
if
skip?
there aren't things that can hold their like the mud skipper.
Yeah.
Can they hold their breath for 3 hours? Really?
It's
Let me
for
look that
like
up.
many hours, I remember, because they spend a lot of time out of the water.
I thought they
but
I thought they
can't
actually had
live out of
lungs.
the water.
Don't they actually have lungs? Because I know that some of those mudfish
Mudskippers
actually have lungs. Yeah.
Mudskippers absorb oxygen through their wet skin and have sacs under their skin near the gills that act like lungs.
Ah, see, yeah. So they're like lungs, yeah. Because I remember hearing them called.
They can remain on land for up to 2 days, though. So I feel like my thing's not too implausible.
Well, yeah, but they're not holding their breath though. They're actually breathing.
Which does make it so that they can probably fly longer distances. So you know what?
That's
I'll
true.
allow lungs.
Oh, but you know how disgusting that is though. Like, because then you shoot. You imagine shooting one of those fishes and they pop. Like, ew. Like, you imagine shooting a popping fish. Exactly.
I mean, aren't there already memes similar to like bird hunting, but they accidentally forgot to switch out the ammo with from buckshot, so they just like shoot in just a red mist as it pops.
That'd be pretty hard to mistake. Like...
I'm just imagining if you really hate someone and you see a flock of flying fish over their house or something.
You're like,
Pop goes the weasel.
Like, I can't.
Final answer: popping weasels.
What? You mean like physically popping?
They're kind of like creepers.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Oh no. Dude, they would be ultimate creepers though, because they can get anywhere. So like, you're just sitting in your house and like, and it just like comes out of a pipe.
How would they like? Do they just spawn like in Minecraft, or do they actually have a life outside of exploding all over people?
Why do you want to make this?
I'm thinking.
See, this is more just harming people again. All she wants is
harming
pain.
them. It's just gross and traumatizing, especially for small children.
You know the fern that could like explode seeds everywhere, but it doesn't actually hurt the fern. They just just like do a huge puff of air.
That's the procreate. Are you telling me that the weasel procreates?
Oh god, that's even worse.
No.
And you're like,
no. They do theirs They
like
do
a
theirs
fucking
as a
bullet.
defense mechanism, but it's still just like this huge,
They
this
procreate
really
as a
forceful
self-defense mechanism.
You know that reminds me of they had that in Rick and
There are things that procreate as self-defense mechanisms.
they had that-
Eat frogs.
they had that in Rick and Morty where like they wanted to show how alien a place was, and like Jerry was talking to like this alien and it went blah 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 blah, and then just blew up. And apparently its species just does that. They later shows like the Olympics and it shows them like blowing up and them like measuring the length like someone was blowing up.
Nice. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember to please leave down your own genetic monsters in the comments below. Bye!
Bye.
Cheers.